Hey guys, Spencer here with Keystone Giant Pumpkins. This is the day 77 long form update on the Giant Pumpkin. What's the weight today? We are 804 pounds today, which means we put on 4 pounds last night. So since day 70, which was a week ago, we've put on 43 pounds, which means we were doing about an average of 6.1 pounds a day over the last 7 days, which is a lot less than what we were doing before. But we still got a beautiful pumpkin. I attributed most of the weight the slowdown in growth rate to the plant thinning out, being not as healthy. As you can see, it's probably about a tenth or so of the size that it used to be. A tenth. No, it's probably like 20% filled out. So 80% of the leaves are no longer there, and we still have 20% left. So it's not the healthiest plant, but the pumpkin is beautiful. I mean, look at that pumpkin. That is a beautiful pumpkin. I could not be any more happy with this beautiful shape, color, and I'm definitely happy with the size no matter what, because this is way above my personal best, even with the error in the measurement. So what I'm doing for care as the pumpkin is getting older, stem, as you can see, it starts to split and like cantaloupe more on the stem. So any spots, like a couple spots, like there's a spot here and there, anywhere where there is any rot starting to set in, you dig all of it out, all of it. You have to dig it all out. Some people are hesitant to dig into the stem because that's kind of scary. That's what feeds the pumpkin. But if you leave any of that rot, it'll start back up and spread to the whole thing eventually. So you got to take all of it out, and then I'll put alcohol in it like this and keep all these fans going on the stem. So our stem is still healthy, as you can see in there where I did the surgery. It's still very much healed in there. It's kind of hard to see, but it's all dry in there, doesn't go into the cavity, and it's all good. There's a smaller split that started here, and it's kind of just stopped growing, and it's healed up and all nice. Still, any wounds, like there's a wound here a little while ago from cucumber beetles that I just put a ton of alcohol on and kept the fans going. So that's how I heal anything in the front there. And on the back, on the blossom end, this is really where we've had some cantaloping, as you can see around there. So this is the first cantaloping on the whole pumpkin going into there. And the blossom end is definitely indented, but it's all still intact in there, as you can see. So looking great there, other than some cantaloping, which I'm just putting alcohol on every day and having the fan on all the time. This pumpkin, smaller pumpkin, is definitely getting closer there, if you can see. So this pumpkin is fighting against two things. This pumpkin is actually getting smaller because it's picked already. As you can see, the stem's completely dried out because it's pretty warm in here. But this one is losing size and size and mass, because the water from it will evaporate. So this one has to grow out to touch this one, and also fighting against this one shrinking, because that one's shrinking and that one's growing at the same time. So yeah, it has to grow a little more than it normally would for just a normal stationary object. Anyway, beautiful color and pattern starting to show up. I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, you can see it on the camera. Beautiful starburst pattern all over. You can get a really good. That's actually really good at showing it right there at that angle for some reason. But it's everywhere. It's a really nice dark orange. Especially in person, this thing's a nice, like, deeper orange color than it shows on the camera. It shows a little more yellow on the camera. Anyway, got it all comfy in here with the greenhouse. Halloween lights, orange Halloween lights around. Make it really nice. And the pumpkin is heat controlled. I think I've showed you it before. There, what do we have right now? 71.9 degrees, so it's a good temperature range for it. Yeah, so the pumpkin's nice and healthy in there. Plant definitely thinning out, like I said. Main vine health is still good. I have tinfoil over all the wounds because it rained yesterday and the day before, so kept those dry, and they're nice and dry and protected now. We still got some pretty good leaves, like look at that one. This one's been fighting for a while. Some of these leaves are really old, guys, especially over here. The more you go here, the older they get. That leaf there, right there, that one, and that one, no, not that one, that one, right there, is probably about the same age as the pumpkin, because the pumpkin didn't get pollinated till out there, and that vine was already there. So that one's close to 80 days old now. So leaves are definitely aging, and it shows it. The plant shows the age. The corn, it's all dead. This is what happens to the corn in the fall. So what I can do is I can come through, cut it at the stalk, leave the stalk in there because that has most of the nutrients, especially phosphorus in it, and I'll like bundle them up together. And we can use it as decoration because they make for a really good Halloween decoration in those bundles together. Let's go over to the stump real quick. There's nothing too much going on other than regular plant maintenance, watering, feeding, and whatnot. But here at the stump, still nice big stump. Still have that area in the front there covered. It's like a bug in my hair. It's not pleasant. But plant definitely dying out in the main vine, but the main vine's still all intact, all like 35, 40 feet of it. Here's the tomato plant. I used to show the health of the plant, of the soil, sorry, and it is in really good condition. I don't know if you can see that. Oh yeah, you can see that. Really dark green, beautiful looking tomato, like the best of the best you could ask for tomato health. So that means the soil is definitely very happy, and the plant is just getting old. The weigh off is pretty soon, so when I take it to that, I'll be filming all the picking of the plant, cutting the stem off, lifting it up, putting it on a trailer. I'll show you guys this stump too, and what that looks like, and all that good stuff. And then I'll also film along the road trip and when we're there as well, so you can watch all that. I'll have plenty of content out. Other than that, I'm walking over the garden to show you guys the garden next. But we're doing pretty well. I got a pumpkin lifting ring recently, so I can lift that pumpkin because that's too big to lift with anything other than a machine. So the ring works as like a metal ring, heavy duty steel, and then there's big straps, like toe straps, that go around, that all have like a couple 1,000-pound capacity on them, and there's a dock line at the bottom that goes around too, that holds it all together, and it's all really thick, strong lines and rope, and also a very strong metal piece at the top. And you'll see it when I film all the lifting of the pumpkin and whatnot, all that stuff. But for now, let's get to the garden. So walk by the tomatoes over there. They're dying out as they do in the fall. Got the sweet potato vines still here. They're still trying to grow. What I actually have to do is I have to come here and just go like that on all the spots that they're trying to grow, because just like the pumpkin, they'll have the suckers trying to grow a bunch of vines when we need the fruit to grow. So take all the growth tips off once we've got all these leaves, because we have more than enough leaves right now. But coming down to show you in here, look at what we have. Oh, it's pretty dark, but we have a lot of sweet potatoes in here, and the rabbit keeps trying to come in here and dig them up. Evil rabbit. No matter how much I spray the rabbit repellent, it still comes back and digs up more sweet potatoes and eats them. So if you have any tips on how to keep the rabbits out, because no matter how much that stuff I spray, or how much cayenne pepper I put down, it still will come here and eat the potatoes. So I'll probably end up harvesting these a little early, so I don't lose them all to the rabbit, because the rabbit has been eating them at a pretty good pace. So let's move on to the rest of the garden. We got a couple beds here cleared out. This one's cleared out, nothing planted yet. These two, however, and this one too, has stuff in it. So they're all weeded out. This one is all the herbs. So we got the mint, basil, rosemary that's hanging on. And I have all this. You can see all the sprouts. I planted some cilantro, because that's a cold weather crop too, believe it or not. And that'll do well in the fall. And I'll also put some dill in here just to round out all the herbs. Here, all the cucumbers died out and they're gone. So what I've done is sown all these peas here to grow up the trellis in the fall and early winter. Over here, this is actually part of the pumpkin, but I can't spray because it's in the vegetable patch, so powdery mildew. But over here we got the sweet peppers. They're actually ripening up. We got a couple in here I have to pick, actually. Yeah, look at that one right there. That one's perfect. Beautiful looking sweet pepper. Here, it's kind of hard to film and pick it at the same time, but I can try. There we go. There's a sweet pepper. Very nice looking. That looks good. Just a little spot left that's not ripe yet, but that'll ripen up on the counter. So that's all sweet peppers. Starting to harvest some. They're really good and they look good. So what I have to do still, actually I have to show you this bed. This is carrots in here. They're sown in lines. This is a 5 by 10 foot bed. So we have carrots popping up like that. You can see them. They'll start really little and they'll grow through the fall into early winter, and that's when we'll harvest them. In this bed, we got it all cleared out, fertilizer mixed in, and you may notice that there's these seedlings sprouting in here. But these are actually all tomato seedlings, because there were tomatoes growing in here before, and now they all sprout, but they won't do any good in the fall, so we have to get rid of them all and plant my other crops that I have started indoors in there. That's the green bean bed. They're pretty much all dead, so gotta clear that all out, plant more fall crops in that bed. The 2 tomato beds there, when they're done. This bed, as soon as I rip everything out. That bed when the peppers are done. That big bed there, as soon as we clear that stuff out, and the sweet potato bed as soon as we harvest all those. So still a lot of stuff to do, but we've started with planting all the fall things that we can, especially those that we direct sow. And I have other things starting indoors like lettuces, brassicas, so that's like cabbage, kale, broccoli, and cauliflower starting indoors. And I also have, what else? I think that's it for now, other than the dill too. But plenty of fall crops starting, getting in the fall crop season. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'll film and post about that too after the pumpkin is done. Anyway, thanks for watching to the end of this video, guys. I very much appreciate it. If you have any comments, any questions on anything, please drop them in the comments below. I'm happy to answer them, no matter what you ask. I'm happy to hear you guys. So, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe to follow along with this giant pumpkin growing journey. And that's it.